about last night, the catalyst, hanging over our head yesterday, coming into today's session was the election. How was the big money? How was the market going to digest the results of the election? And what was the reaction going to be? So for the time being, it looks like we're going to get a positive reaction across the board for our market. The SPY is set to trade higher. The Qs are set to trade higher. I'm seeing names in the financial sector, as well as, our favorite names such as Netflix, Amazon, etc., all with some green this morning, all up, about 1% plus. So for the time being, heading into the open, looks like the market is going to react in a positive way. With that being said, like we talked about last night, we want to have a few setups that we can, bring to the table today that are going to allow us to attack the market should we get this nice move to the upside. So I'm not going to waste your time this morning, guys. These are the few major setups that I'll be looking for today and for the remainder of the week. But one little thing I want to mention first is, got this note right here, big picture and set your expectations. I think it's really, really key before ever putting your capital into a trade to set your expectations. What are you looking for? What kind of trade are you expecting? These are the kinds of things that are going to go into risk management, position sizing, which options you're going to buy. It's a question you got to ask yourself. So when we set our expectations for a trade, use the bigger picture of the market to kind of just stack the odds in your favor. So using the big picture right now, our market has been sold off in a pretty big fashion as of late, but we now have this catalyst out of the way for the time being. So my expectations are that some of the selling pressure could be lifted off the market here, and we could make a decent move. My expectation is not that we're going to begin the start of some huge rally to the upside where we're just going to rip for days on end. That's not my expectation. So with that being said, the trades that I'm going to share with you guys today, I'm not looking for big long-term moves. I'm not looking for these trades, to last weeks on end. We could still be in a very volatile market here. All I'm looking to do is just ride this short-term wave to the upside. Should it take place, get my piece of the action, and then kind of retreat and see where we go from there. So on these trades that I'm taking, guys, or the trades I'm looking at, for the options, I'll be trading next Friday's expiration. So I'll be trading the 11/16 expiration options on each of these setups. I don't want to trade this Friday's because I don't want to get hit with, the time decay and the premium getting killed. And going out to next Friday does give me, the flexibility to ride a short-term wave if we get one. So the setups I'm looking at today, guys, first one is the SPY. Set to open up just about 1% higher this morning. As we talked about the last few days, we're right here under the 200-day moving average. So all I'm looking for, nice and simple, is a breakout above the 200 to go long. Now, I don't want to buy the SPY as soon as it pokes its head above the 200, and I don't even really want to buy the SPY, as it's sitting above the 200. More so what I'm looking for today is some true strength coming into the market. I want to avoid the morning fade that we've been seeing for the past 2-3 weeks, almost every day. So in this trade, I'm going to practice some patience. I'm thinking more late afternoon, end of day. If we can get above the 200 and we can stabilize and we hold steady and strong until the close, I'll be looking to buy some of those calls on the SPY for a potential move to the upside. If I do take that entry, my exit is going to be on a drop back below the 200. So kind of what we're looking for, guys, is a trade like this. A nice big breakout above the 200. That's trade number one. Trade number two is the same thing in the Qs. Now the Qs are a bit, a little bit more under their 200, but nonetheless, it looks like they're going to trade right up to that level this morning at the open. Same exact trade there, guys. I'm not going to rush into this. I'm not trying to get a position as soon as it pokes its head above the 200. Rather, I want to see a real move above the 200 for the Qs today. Visually, kind of what we're looking for is a move like this right here, where we really break above the 200 and then we hold and we get a little bit of a pop above. That's my expectations. That's the kind of move that I'm looking for in the Qs. So I'm not going to rush in. One thing I've observed a lot lately is that we do start decent in the first half hour of the session. and then things really fade and pull back in your face. With that being said, there's just no need to rush into any of these positions. And in all reality, you're not going to miss anything. We're not at a point in the market right now where we're about to start some huge, once in a lifetime opportunity to the upside. So keeping that in mind, guys, have some patience. There's no need to, try to be the first one to the door on these trades. So we got the SPY, we got the Qs, and then in terms of squeezes that I'm watching today, you guys know this is my favorite setup. Number one, I am going to look at Qualcomm. So obviously Qualcomm should benefit from the move in the market and the move in the Qs this morning as it sits here in this beautiful squeeze on the hourly chart. So all I'm looking for is to break out of this Bollinger Band here on good volume, and that's when I'll take my trade. Again, set your expectations. I'm not looking for some huge swing move here in Qualcomm. I don't think I'm trying to, get positioned for a nice multi-week move. Rather, when we kind of come down here to the hourly time frame, I've identified my go-to setup, and I just want to exploit it. So may look for a day trade here, depending on the bigger picture. If we get really strong today in the market, I may hold it overnight. But nonetheless, Qualcomm on the hourly chart is one of my favorite setups for today. The next one I'm going to watch is Tesla. A word to the wise, Tesla's options tend to trade very volatile. In my experience, the past 2 or 3 years, I either get a really big win on Tesla or I take a pretty good sized loss. It just seems to be one of those stocks that's a bit harder to manage on the option side, probably due to Tesla just being such a battleground between the longs and shorts. But putting that all aside, it should benefit from a move in the market, and it's sitting here in its own hourly squeeze respectively. So I'm going to keep my eye on Tesla, and then eBay, which is right here at the top range of its squeeze, should open outside of it this morning. And again, no need to rush. Let the dust settle. We're just looking for these moves to play out, take our piece of the action, and then move on. So I do like eBay here on the hourly chart. I'll be looking for a breakout above those Bollinger Bands as well. So for the squeezes, we've got Qualcomm, Tesla, eBay, and I like PayPal a lot as well. So PayPal set to open, 1.5% higher outside of its squeeze. That's a potential runner today. That's something I'm going to be working for as well. And then last but not least, guys, is JP Morgan. So a lot of names in the financial group are squeezing on the hourly chart right now. You can kind of take your pick, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Schwab, Wells Fargo, Morgan. The whole group is a general statement, is setting up really nicely on the hourly time frame. My personal pick is JP Morgan just because it's the tightest squeeze, and all I'm looking for is a breakout out of this level. So, anything really above 110 on JP Morgan for me is going to be a buy. Not going to rush into the trade, but that's my favorite setup. That's a great name right there today, and I'm going to monitor it. So all I'm doing today, guys, heading into the session to stay prepared, is I'm going to have, a pack of charts like this of my favorite setups on my favorite time frame. So in my case today, I'm going to change all of these to hourly charts, and then I'm going to throw up, Qualcomm, Tesla, eBay, PayPal, and JP Morgan. Then all I got to do is take that bird's eye view in my entire playbook, all the setups that I prepared for, that I'm ready to execute on, are going to be right there in front of my face. So those are the setups I'm focusing on today, guys. Qualcomm, Tesla, eBay, PayPal, and JP Morgan, along with the bigger picture trade setups in the SPY, as well as the Qs. And just one mental note I would make today, guys, is make the stock prove itself to you. If you're going to take the SPY here on a move above the 200, make it really prove to you that it's a move above the 200. Observing the price action, like I said, the past few weeks, we do see some little short-term moves in the first, half hour, 45 minutes. But then the sellers have just kind of consistently came in and just pushed us back on our ass almost every day. So this is not the environment to be rushing into trades, as soon as they cross over a certain level. Just have your playbook ready, take in the bigger picture, and use the trading checklist that I sent each of you guys before taking any trade. The trading checklist saved my ass yesterday on CME, which started off great, but ended up pulling back in a pretty nasty fashion. Using the trading checklist helped me avoid even taking that trade in the first place. So big picture today, we should cross the 200-day, which has pinned us for the last, few weeks or so. I'm excited, guys. We knew today could be a big day, either direction. We were prepared last night, and this is just, another step to being even more prepared this morning. So I'm going to get off here now. I will, upload the recording of this replay and send it out to you guys in a few minutes. And best of luck today. I'll be in the chat room. I'll be in the Facebook group, and we'll see if any of these setups can fire and how well we can execute today. So good luck, guys. Be patient. Don't rush, and have fun.